because success is a moving target, you have a problem if you only lock in on one target. If you only do this type of book and suddenly that type of book is no longer popular, then you're in trouble. I mean, I've been around long enough in the business to have watched techno thriller novels blow up, to watch the cyberpunk novels blow up, to watch horror. I mean, literally, I knew back in the 80s, I knew writers who were getting 6-digit contracts for horror novels.
Wow.
And regardless of the quality of those writers, they were just being given fabulous amounts of money for horror. And then when the horror market imploded, these guys had never sold a book again.
Oh.
It's because they failed in the industry. From the publisher's point of view, they gave them $600,000 for a novel. It doesn't matter that the market collapsed. The publisher, as far as the publisher is concerned, this person still owes us $600,000.
Yeah.
Right.
That's not how the contracts are written, but that's how it's seen.
No,
I mean, with World of Warcraft, for example, my World of Warcraft novel, everybody seems to like it, but the month it came out in hardback, Simon & Schuster, who's the publisher, and Barnes & Noble were having a feud. So Barnes & Noble ordered, 2 copies into each store, and after that, you have to special order it.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, sales of that book in hardcover hit a wall and just died.
Yeah.
And that's, it's nothing I can do about it.
No.
But they haven't asked me back. Because they just look at the numbers. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming. I think we're done. Yes, we could load the stories we could tell about stores and bookstores.
It's true.
Now I'm just angry. I'm gonna be angry the rest of the night.
But
it's not anger. It's knowledge is power.
No, I'm pretty pissed.
Well, but the key to it, as far as I'm concerned, and the takeaway from that particular case is, when I pick projects, what I tend to look at is this project going to appeal to readers I already have? So will that keep my fan base happy? Okay. Is this a project that might bring me some new readers? And is this a project that might bring back some old readers? Take, for example, the doing the Conan stuff that I've done. Aside from the fact that I love Robert Howard's work, okay, and would never write fantasy except that I read his books when I was 13 years old. Step that aside, when I was offered the job, one of the key questions that I asked myself is, who sells more fantasy novels, Robert Howard or Mike Stackpole? Well, Robert Howard sells more fantasy novels. Ergo, me and Bob teaming up on a story is not a bad thing.
Everybody, write that down.
Yeah.